It is the radio segment that just got back from an erotic Swedish vacation.
Oh.
Laser stories. Rested and ready to go.
Yes. Whoa.
The segment where we read weird news stories from around the globe just like every other radio show does, except we have a laser and those other idiots don't. This first laser story is out of Costa Mesa, California. A 38-year-old guy named Israel Rangel wandered into a Ferrari dealership recently and saw a Ferrari 458 Spider in their garage for service with the keys on the seat.
Uh-oh.
I think we know where this is going.
Yeah. So what did he do? Stole it, of course.
Kapuya! Oh, come on, man.
And surprisingly, he actually got away with it. Authorities couldn't figure out who took the car or where it even was. Then, about 2 weeks later, Israel pulled into a Shell gas station and started asking people if he could get a little money for gas.
No.
In a Ferrari?
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually you got that covered if you're driving a Ferrari.
I gotta get the Supremes.
Yeah.
That was a very suspicious situation considering the Ferrari 458 Spider starts at about $300,000.
Yeah.
Oh!
So somebody called the cops and they found Israel hiding in some bushes behind a Holiday Inn nearby and arrested him. He was charged with felony vehicle theft and several other charges as well.
It's amazing this guy was out for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You
best
know, like-
2 weeks of his life, I
Yeah.
bet. Probably only on that one tank of gas. Like he probably didn't drive it too much. The Ferrari belonged to a woman named Susan Friedman, and Israel had trashed it so badly that her insurance company declared it a total loss.
Oh, no. Israel, take care of your car, man.
But don't cry for her too badly. She used the settlement to buy herself a new 2018 Lamborghini Huracan. So
Gosh.
she's going to be all right.
There is still good in the world.
This next laser story is out of Topeka, Kansas. Workers at a local Goodwill were sifting through a few boxes of donations recently when one 25-year-old worker named Shalmar Davis found an item that he was not familiar with. So Shalmar brought the item to his boss's office, and that's when it was clearly identified as a live grenade.
Oh my God!
Oh, my gosh.
Not
It's
good.
right.
You can get those
Yeah.
at Goodwill, too?
And how do
No.
you not know what that is when you see one? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I've never held one myself, but
Like, what is these ridges for?
so
Yeah, I
many
would think it was a
pictures of
prop,
them.
and I'd
Yeah.
be throwing it at my coworkers. 15 minutes later, police officers evacuated neighboring businesses, and a bomb squad was sent to safely retrieve the grenade. Authorities later determined that a mysterious woman left the hand grenade inside a box of donations that was dropped off, and they are hoping to speak with her.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? She didn't need it anymore. So,
Someone else.
I don't need this grenade. This is just clutter
yeah.
in the house. Get this out of here. As for Shalmar, he says he knows what a real hand grenade is now. So good for him.
Oh, yeah.
This next laser story out of Jensen Beach, Florida. A 44-year-old woman named Jillian Stewart went to a bar earlier this month for their trivia night. During the game, she pounded a bunch of red wine and did a shot of Fireball with the trivia host. Then, for some unknown reason, Jillian got into an argument with a guy at the bar over a question about the TV show The Simpsons.
Uh-oh.
At first, it was a simple disagreement. Then, she tried to choke him.
Yeah. I think we
Homer.
saw
Yep.
that coming. She was having a big night.
And that's when the guy freaked out. Jillian headed outside and started running laps around the parking lot.
It's a P-A-R-T-Y because I said so.
Apparently,
Probably
I
victory laps.
Well, I'm drinking red wine wrong because my night never ends like this.
As you would imagine, she wound up getting arrested for disorderly intoxication. But what a ride to get there.
Yeah, man.
This next laser story, out of the friendly skies. Apparently, American Airlines had a glitch in their scheduling software where every pilot who asked for a vacation around the holidays got approved.
You want to work for that company, huh?
And the bosses just realized that means they've got more than 1,500 flights scheduled that don't have anybody to fly them.
Oh my God.
Great.
In the busiest season.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing in what? The B team?
No.
Trying to train a couple flight attendants before Christmas? What are we doing here?
You'd think they could just offer the pilots more money and get them to cancel their vacations, but it's not that simple. American is required to work with the pilots' union to figure out how much money to offer, but so far, American has had trouble finding replacements for all of these flights.
Oh, no.
Odds are that they'll hopefully reach some kind of deal, but then again, the airlines have proven that they'd rather beat up passengers than shell out a few $100, so who knows?
Oh my God, if you have an American Airlines flight scheduled, you better be checking it often.
Yeah, you're panicking right now.
Yeah.
This next laser story, out of the world of yum. Ever since the cronut was invented, people have been trying to make the next big baked good. And finally, somebody might have done it. Cinnabon announced that they found a way to make chocolate chip cookies that are stuffed with cinnamon rolls.
Double rainbow. Oh my God.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah.
What kind of magic are you talking about?
My mouth just started watering.
And how does that even work?
I have no idea.
I wonder.
Where does the icing go? On the inside or still on the outside?
I'm not sure
Yeah.
how they were able to make chocolate chip cookies stuffed with cinnamon rolls, but they did. One person who said that they've tried it during the testing phase said they almost fought one of the testers because they only allowed her to eat one.
Oh no. If
Said it was
anybody
that good.
knows how to get one of these things, text us right now.
If we could get a chocolate chip cookie with cinnamon roll stuffed into it,
Dude,
I will
seriously
do,
though.
I will do anything for her. Anything for her.
Anyway, they
was-
go on sale Monday, and they'll be
Oh.
available for a limited time, so get to a Cinnabon quickly.
Stock up, freezing those things for later in my freezer.
This next laser story is out of Survey World. A new survey found 77% of us think that we'll go over budget on our holiday spending this year. And it makes sense when you find out what our number one strategy for staying on budget is. The number one answer was by cashing in spare change.
Hey!
Yeah, don't worry, I'll be on budget.
Yeah.
I got a coin star down the block. I'll be all right. 39% of people said that they'll cash in their change found all over their house to help pay for the holidays.
Okay, so you just check the couch cushions, and that should cover your new gaming system.
Yep.
Your little car bank.
35% will cut back on entertainment expenses like movies and concerts.
Oh yeah.
And 33% will eat out at restaurants a little less.
Okay. And
Most
then,
people plan to do more than one thing to save money.
And 80% will raid their kids' piggy banks to make it happen.
Yep. And 100% will just go into credit card debt because
Oh,
none of
okay.
that's going to work for
Right.
anybody. So we'll just deal with it later,
Yeah,
basically. I know somebody who's always on budget. That's because he shops at Payless Shoes. Doesn't spend a lot on that shoe wear. That's the sound of a turtle humping a shoe, which means that Laser Stories has come to an end for the day. We'll do it again, same time on Monday.